Hello everyone, welcome to LBS IAS Academy. Today we are going to discuss economics MCQs based on previous year UPSC questions. So let's start our session. Our first question is,
with reference to balance of payment, which of the following constitute current account? Options are balance of trade, foreign assets, balance of invisibles, SDR. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here answer to this question is option C. 1 and 3 are correct. That is balance of trade and balance of invisibles. Here balance of trade and balance of invisibles means export and import of visibles and invisibles. Balance of payment of a country can be defined as a systematic statement of all economic transactions of a country with the rest of the world during a specific period, usually 1 year. It indicates whether the country has a surplus or a deficit on trade. For preparing balance of payment accounts, economic transactions between a country and the rest of the world are grouped under current account, capital account, and errors and omissions. It also shows changes in forex reserves, that is foreign exchange reserves. Current account shows export and import of visible, that is merchandise, and invisibles, that is non-merchandise. Invisible here include services, transfers, and income. Capital account shows a capital expenditure and income for a country. It gives a summary of net flow, both private and public investments into an economy. External commercial borrowings, foreign direct investment, foreign portfolio investment, etc. form a part of capital account. So here answer to this question is option C.
Next is the main objective of the 12th 5-year plan is, here answer to this question is option D. Faster, sustainable and more inclusive growth. The 12th 5-year plan had faster, more inclusive and sustainable growth as its theme. The plan aimed at strengthening infrastructure projects and providing electricity supply in all villages. It also aimed at removing gender gap and social gap in admissions at schools and improved access to higher education. Further, it aspired to enhance the green cover by 1 million hectares each year and to create new opportunities in the non-farming sectors. So her answer to this question is option D. Next is,
what does venture capital mean? Here answer to this question is option D. A long-term startup capital provided to new entrepreneurs. Entrepreneurs need investments for their startup companies. The investments or the capital that these entrepreneurs receive from wealthy investors is called venture capital, and the investors are called venture capitalists. Venture capitalist firms reduce the risk of investment by co-investing with other venture capitalist firms. Usually, there will be the main investor called lead investor and the other investors will be called followers. So, your answer to this question is option B.
Next is,
the terms marginal standing facility rate and net demand and time liabilities are used in relation to options are banking operations, commissions, networking, military strategies, supply and demand of agricultural products. The answer to this question is option A, banking operations. Marginal standing facility is a window for scheduled banks to borrow overnight from RBI in an emergency situation when interbank liquidity dries up completely. Under interbank lending, banks lend funds to one another for a specified time. Banks borrow from RBI by pledging government securities at a rate higher than repo rate under liquidity adjustment facility. Here, repo rate is the rate at which RBI lends monies to commercial banks against the securities in the event of any shortfall of funds. That is, commercial banks borrow money by selling their securities to the RBI. Net demand and time liabilities is the difference between the sum of demand and time liabilities of a bank and the deposits in the form of assets held by other banks. That is, bank's NDTL is equal to demand and time liabilities minus deposits with other banks. So, her answer to this question is option A.
Next is,
consider the following statement. The Accelerated Irrigation Benefits Program was launched during 1990 to 97 to provide loan assistance to poor farmers. That is incorrect. It provides loan assistance to the state. The Common Area Development Program was launched in 1974 to 75 for the development of water use efficiency. That is correct. Which of the statement given above is or are correct? The answer to this question is option B. Statement 2 only is correct. The Accelerated Irrigation Benefits Program was launched in 1996 to 97 to give loan assistance to the states
to help them to develop its major irrigation projects which are in an advanced stage of completion. Hence, statement 1 is incorrect. The Common Area Development Program was launched in 1974 to 75 to improve irrigation potential utilization and optimize agricultural production from irrigated land through integrated and coordinated approach of efficient water management. Hence, statement 2 is correct. So, your answer to this question is option B. Next is, in the context of Indian economy, which of the following is or are purpose of statutory reserve requirements? Options are to enable the central bank to control the amount of advances the banks can create, to make the people's deposit with banks safe and liquid, to prevent the commercial banks from making excessive profits, to force the banks to have sufficient whole cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Select the correct answer using the codes given below. Here, answer to this question is option A. Statement 1 only is correct. Statutory reserve requirement is a tool used by RBI to control the money supply in the economy. It is an instrument to manage liquidity. The first instrument is CRR, that is cash reserve ratio, in which banks must keep fraction of their deposits with RBI. Another tool is SLR, that is statutory liquidity ratio, which requires the banks to maintain a given fraction of their total demand and time deposits in the form of specified liquid assets. When the central bank wants to increase the money supply in the economy, it lowers the reserve ratio. Hence, it enables the central bank to control the number of advances the banks can create. Hence, statement 1 is correct. RBI requires commercial banks to keep reserves in order to ensure that banks have sufficient assets to draw on when account holders want to be paid. Hence, statement 2 is incorrect. Reserve requirements are designed as precautionary measures to control the economy and not to stop banks from excessive profit and not to force the banks to have sufficient cash to meet their day-to-day requirements. Hence, statement 3 and 4 are incorrect. So, your answer to this question is option A. Next is, consider the following pairs. Drought-Prone Area Program implemented by Ministry of Agriculture, that is incorrect. Desert Development Program implemented by Ministry of Environment and Forest, that is incorrect. National Watershed Development Project for Rainfed Areas implemented by Ministry of Rural Development, that is incorrect. Which of the above pairs is or are correctly matched? Here, answer to this question is option D. None of the pairs are correctly matched. Drought-Prone Area Program and Desert Development Program are managed by Department of Land Resources under Ministry of Rural Development. National Watershed Development Project for Rainfed Areas issued by Department of Agriculture and Cooperation under Ministry of Agriculture. Hence, all the pairs are incorrect. The basic objective of Drought-Prone Area Program is to minimize the adverse effect of drought on production of crops and livestock and productivity of land, water and human resources, ultimately leading to drought-proofing of the affected areas. The basic objective of the Desert Development Program is to minimize the adverse effect of drought and control desertification through rejuvenation of natural resources base of the identified desert areas. National Watershed Development Project for Rainfed Areas is a special central assistance program for the benefit of cultivators' families living below poverty line. So, your answer to this question is option D.